What's going on, you guys? It's Michael here. Today I've got a what sold video for you over the sales from this past week during the weekdays. That's Monday through Friday. Today is Saturday, I believe the 13th. We are going on vacation next week, so this video is going to be posted at some time during us being on vacation. So if you're watching this, this is going to be the sales from the previous week. And so I'm going to get into the numbers shortly, like the last video I posted, and then show you guys sort of what's selling well for us. My wife and I both sell full-time together on eBay, and we like to now make these videos trying to help you guys out, sort of seeing what's selling and how we do things in our business. So I hope you guys like this one. If you do and you like content like this, subscribe, like, and leave comments down below letting us know what you want to see, and we'll reply to every single comment that comes in. So let's get right into these numbers. All right, so here we are with the numbers. Again, this is over Monday through Friday, so a 5-day period. The sales this week have been a little bit slower, mostly because we've been slacking quite a bit, getting prepared for our vacation next week, and we just haven't had a whole lot of time to get as many listings as we like to get live and stuff throughout the week. But still good sales, still happy with how it is going. And once we get back from the trip, we plan to go crazy and start ramping back up. But so we sold 103 items Monday through Friday, and this is again across 5 days. So 103 items, around 20 items a day. Gross sales of $3,787, minus the sales tax that eBay collected from this number to distribute to the states of $209, minus the shipping costs for these items, which was $574, and then minus our final value fees of $459. We promote 10% across the board on all of our listings. We've always done that. We've tried taking off before. Doesn't really work out well for our business. So we still promote, and that is a $279 expense for these sales. And our cost of goods, like mentioned in the last video of doing one like this, is we just take the average cost of goods, which for our store is $7.25, and we multiply it by this 103 number, as we do not independently track each expense because we do the cash method of accounting. If you don't know what that is, not a big deal. Just know that we are basically taking an average number of our cost of goods and multiplying it to get this number. So that was $746.75 for our cost of goods of these $103. This is not going to be an exact number, obviously, because we're averaging, but it is still really close, probably $100 off, give or take. The profit for the 5 days was $15.17. And if you divide that across the 5 days, we take $15.17 divided by 5, and we get $303 profit before income taxes that we made on average each day. So let's get right into the items that sold well for us this past week. All right, so to start this off, just so you know, these are going to go in order from most expensive to least expensive. I've picked out 30 brands. There might be one or two duplicates, but I've tried to leave out as many duplicates as possible. We sold a lot more duplicates, like we sold 5 or 6 Lulu things over $40 last week, so I only picked out one, maybe two of them. And yeah, so these goes down in most expensive to least expensive, just trying to get you guys the best bang for your time. And I hope you guys find some brands in here that you've not seen before. I do not know the cost of goods of each item. If I remember, I will tell you, but most of the times I don't remember, just because we buy so much stuff now and we don't keep tabs on it. So I'm going to try to get through these as quick as I possibly can while providing as much info about the items as I can. But these videos typically end up being quite long, so we're going to go through this as quick as possible. But Patagonia vest, fleece vest, camo, just stood out. My wife picked this up. I knew this thing would sell really quickly. It sold in 48 hours for a best offer of $99 plus shipping. Patagonia does really well, especially unique items like this. Just a super cool item. Sold really quickly because of winter. And yeah. Next item, Allen Edmonds. I've shown this item a few times. You just got to make sure you're looking up the style codes and the model numbers. So Fifth Avenue is the style name. That 5706, they have a 4-digit number in all of their shoes. You can look that up. It gives you the exact color that it is with the exact style. Just check the sell-through rate, check the prices, make sure that you're not buying a model that's not good. Some of them are really good, and then some of them are really bad. So just make sure you're doing your research whenever you see Allen Edmonds and check the condition well. This one sold for best offer of $85.49 plus shipping. All of our listings are plus shipping, so I'm going to be done saying plus shipping. Just know that it's sold for best offer or for the list price, and then there's shipping on top of that. Next brand's Kuiu. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Newer brand to us, about 6 months we've known it. Sold a lot of their items. The logo's like this ram. They do a lot of winter, like vests and jackets and stuff that we've sold in the past, more outdoorsy stuff. Does super well, always sells within a week, and sells for top dollar. The sell-through rate on it's crazy high. This sold for $67 plus shipping. I found one or two of these together with some cool pants. Believe I paid around $7 for these. Just a really quick, really good flip. They took about a little less than 2 months to sell. All right, next item is going to be a Lululemon button-up flannel. This one was a little snap flannel. Sold relatively quickly within a month. We always just pick up Lulu if it's the right price. This sold for $58.88 plus shipping. Not a best offer, so great little sale. And always picking up Lulu, like I said. So this is one of the few. We sold a few pants and stuff throughout last week, so great brand. Next one's Peter Millar, a little winter vest. Had some flaws here on the front, not a big deal. This has been listed for quite a while. We picked it up at the beginning of winter, probably around October, and listed it high, hoping it would sell, in December or something, whenever it got really cold. And it just had to keep getting decreased in price, and it finally sold for $56.05. So best offer at $56.05. Still a great flip. Probably paid around $10 for this thing. And love Peter Millar. Just has to be the right stuff. Next one's a new with defects Brooks Brothers blazer. I don't really pick up Brooks Brothers at all now in blazers. This is like whenever I first started getting into blazers, and so I thought Brooks Brothers, like certain ones were good. I probably would still pick this up today though, because of it being new with tags. This sold in 2 months, about a little less than 2 months. Sold for best offer of $48 plus shipping. Just wanted to get it out. Blazers take up a lot of space, so I don't mind taking bigger offer discounts than my normal stuff in the store. But yeah, so quick little sale. For a blazer, it's really quick. And I love picking up blazers nowadays. Some of them sell for a lot of money, and no one's really in the category, so there's no competition whatsoever around here, at least. Next one's a Peter Millar Summer Comfort. Really cool geometric skulls. We always pick up geometric Peter Millar Summer Comforts. They sell really well in our store. This one sold for the full list price of $53.12. It's been sitting for right around 3 months, maybe just a little under. And yeah, nothing much to say here. I mean, geometric Peter Millars do really well, and we just always pick them up. Next one's a pair of Lululemon commission pants. It's Lulu. It just always sells. These sold really quickly in like a week, even with some flaws. I think we paid $20 for these, even with the flaws, because we just know these things sell great for us. It's a very interesting colorway too, so you don't ever see this colorway ever. Great sale. Sold a few Lululemon pants, like I said, this past week, and we always sell them really quickly within 30 days, and we always just pick them up. Even if we have to pay $20 for them, they're just easy flips that other resellers won't touch. Next one is Grayson. This one sold for top dollar, in my opinion, for polos on Grayson, simply because of its pattern, I think. Geometric Graysons you don't really come across too often. They're mostly striped or solid, but if you see a geometric one, you usually can get about $40 to $60 for them. The price is slowly declining as they make more and more new patterns, but it still sells. It's probably still one of the best brands to sell right after Roback and stuff. So, Grayson, great brand. There's a tag, really low key tag, and we sell tons of this stuff all year round. So, sold for best offer of $50 plus shipping. If I didn't mention that. Next one's a new brand to my wife and I. She found this one, looked it up, and the sell-through on it was super good. It's called True Work. They make, like these tactical utility pants. And this sold, I believe, in 2 weeks, maybe even less than that, maybe a week. Sold for best offer of $45 plus shipping. I believe the sell-through rate on this is like much above 100%. If it's either 100% or it's like pushing 200 to 300%. It's just way up there. So really quick seller. Not much to say about it. I don't know a lot about the brand, but it's a great sale. Another Allen Edmonds. These are canal courts, just more of like a sneaker style. These have been listed for a very long time. This is probably a 8-month-old item. Probably just listed them too high, honestly, and they just happen to keep going. They have to keep going down in price to the point where it's finally like the price that it would sell at. So not a big deal. Still sold. Probably paid $10 or less for these at Goodwill. They sold for the list price, $41.08. So $41.08 plus ship, all in $56. So can't complain about that. Next item is a pair of Mother jeans. Kendall, my wife, knows this brand a lot better than I do, so I can't really speak much on it, but she said it's just a super high-end brand. I don't ever touch women's clothing, but she likes to here and there whenever we're in the stores looking around. While she's looking for herself, she'll grab stuff to resell. And yeah, so Mother, we sold this a few times now. We sold one with new tags in the past for over $100. This one sold really quickly within a week for $38 best offer. So 38 plus ship, best offer. Just a quick, easy sale. If you ever see Mother, sells really well. All right, Peter Millar again. Just want to point out the Crown Sports Summer Comforts, even with the logos and stuff, this thing still sold pretty quickly. It sold within 2 weeks. Best offer of $40. I took an offer because it had some stains on its arm and stuff, and the guy was cool with having the stains. He messaged me, so I was like, yeah, you know what, he's nice. I'll take the offer. He's fine with it. I'm not having to worry about returns because of stains and stuff like that. So if they don't come out, he also said he'd be happy with it. So yeah. This stuff sells really well for us. Just these Peter Millar Crown Sport quarter zips. We usually get about $40 to $70 depending on the pattern. Next one is a pair of Cole Haans. This is one of the newer models with this perforated side. Not super new, but newer than the ones that are not perforated. A lot more rare than the other ones too, but sell-through on this wasn't super great, but I just took a shot on it because there were such few listed and a few sold that were like starting at $40. So I just listed on the low side to get it out and took an offer at 35 plus ship. I have no complaints about that, just because the sell-through rate was lower, so I just undercut the market, and the thing still sold really quickly. It only took less than a week to sell. So next one's this classic Old West Styles pants. Don't know anything about this brand. Anytime I see that Made in USA tag, though, I look it up, especially Western stuff, if I don't know it. And these ones were a pretty good sell-through rate, so picked them up. I think I paid, I want to say $8 or $9 for these, and it sold for $34.81 best offer. So just a relatively quick flip, I believe. Yeah, 2 months, 2.5 months. So within the 100-day or 90-day period of what we try to aim for. Next item is Judy Blue. If you don't know this brand and you sell women's clothes, or if you just look through women's clothes for yourself, this is a crazy good brand. It's super hot right now. If I'm not mistaken, last time I looked it up, it was like a 500% sell-through rate on almost all of their styles. These just sell within a week for us every single time we list them. This sold again, yeah, within a week. So within a week, these sold for a best offer of $34.07. We just always pick up Judy Blue now. It's just like become a bread and butter for us. Super easy to find too whenever you're just scanning down the aisles. And we usually can find a couple pairs of these a week pretty easily. So, and they don't sell for a ton of money, but they sell for about $25 to $35 if you want to get them out really quickly. So next one is an Ariat. Ariat jeans we always pick up unless the size is really wonky and the sell-through is not good on the size. And as long as the price is right, because thrift stores know this brand and they mark it up heavily. So these got listed about a week ago, and it was missing this button on the front, which is not a big deal, I guess, because they sold for the asking price of $34.87. If you can get the fire-resistant models of Ariat, those go for way more money, and they go way quicker off the shelf. And so, yeah, Ariat, we always pick up, again, as long as the price is right. This one I would assume is like $5-6 at the thrift store, maybe less, because that button was missing, and they probably didn't price it super high because of that. So, yeah, quick little flip. Bonobos, we do not pick up bonobos that are, this is new at tags, which is why we picked it up. So we don't pick up used ones really, unless they're really cheap, like $2-3. Like this shirt, for example, if this was $2 or $3 in the thrift store and it was immaculate, I would pick it up just simply because of the pattern. But because it was new at tags, it made it even more desirable. So I picked it up, listed this about 2 to 2.5 months ago, and it sold for best offer of $34 plus shipping. So bonobos is there are a few things that are decent in it. Very few, I would say about maybe 5 to 10% of the stuff that there is worth picking up at really cheap prices. But for the most part, it's not a super great brand to sell if you're trying to make, let's say, 10 to 15 bucks on average profit per item. So, but if you have lower margins like $5 to $10 profit per item, then bonobos can be a huge brand for you whenever it comes to your business model. Wallace & Barnes, super good brand. We find this almost every week now, if not every week, every other week. There's not much to say about it. I don't really know a whole lot about the brand. I just know that every single category basically sells 100% sell-through rate. This item was listed a week ago, maybe 2 weeks at most, and it sold for the best offer of $34.99. So we always pick up Wallace and Barnes. Their jackets sell for a ton of money, and their button-ups sell for around 25 to $40 depending on what you have. And then they have some heavier like flannels and stuff that sell better than that. Some of them are made out of wool. Great brand though. Be on the lookout for it. Next item is a pair of FootJoy Athletic Fit pants. The Athletic Fit models, if it has that, do better, and they sell for more than the ones that do not. Even though I believe they literally have the exact same material. I believe it's just like the cut of the legs and stuff or something that changes it. But either way, these are a big size, 38-30, bigger than we usually like to sell, but they still sold really well. I don't know the sell-through rate on these, but they sold for $31.87, and I know I picked these up for about $8.99, I believe, $8 or $9. So we sell these all the time. The FootJoy pants, they're just quick listers and quick sellers and stuff like that. So Travis Matthew pants, another pair of golf pants. Just golf pants right now with the winter being here are selling really well. So a lot of Peter Millar pants, Travis Matthew, FootJoy, and a few others. And so, yeah, these are just a pair of Travis Matthew pants. Nothing too special about them. Had a couple little flaws here. They sold for best offer of $33.25, and they took about almost a month to sell, 3 weeks to sell. So not too bad. Next one's going to be this Ralph Lauren 3XLT. That's why it sold. That's why we bought it. So big size Ralph Lauren stuff. Does really well in our store as well as everyone's, I believe. These had quite a few flaws on them, but still sold within just over a month. And yeah, we just always pick up big size. Once you hit maybe not as much 2XLT, but once you hit 3XLT in Ralph Lauren and then 3XV and up, the prices and the sell-through rate go up astronomically compared to 2XLT and 2XB and anything smaller than that. So if you see 3XLT, 3XB, 4XLT, 4XB, anything bigger than that, I highly recommend picking it up as they do really well for us. Next item is going to be this FootJoy new with defects. Yeah, new with defects FootJoy little pullover vest. And this sold for a best offer of $31 plus shipping. I had a little fading here. It's really hard to see in pictures, which I noted inside of the condition here, that is slight fading. And it's really hard to see in person, and which is why you can't really see it in the pictures, but I did not want to have a return saying item not as described, so I put it in there. And yeah, FootJoy stuff, new with tags. Typically wouldn't pick this type of vest up with this logo and stuff, but the new with tags, new with defects was fine for us to make a little money on it. Robert Graham, great, still a pretty decent brand for us. Not as good as it used to be. It's had a little broken button there, and yeah, it was a 3XL, but it fit like a 2XL because of these measurements. So we changed it 3XL, 2XL, and then in the thing down here we put 2XL and then said, size text is 3XL, but if it's like a 2XL, that seems to do pretty well, letting people know that in our store, typically our return rate goes down because of that. But yeah, nothing too special about this, just a little geometric gray Robert Graham. Sold for best offer of $31.87. We just pick the Robert Grahams up. Like I said in the past, pick them up if the price is right, and we just stay away from the Robert Graham X models. And the crazier they are, the more expensive they are. All right, Untuckit's fallen off. It's going down heavily, quickly. Too many resellers are reselling it now, but this was a 3XL wrinkle-free one. And so because of the 3XL, picked it up. It sold in 2 weeks. Had a little snag there, nothing too crazy. And yeah, I picked up a few of these for I think $4 or $5, and yeah, they're just slowly trickling out. So this one sold quick, but I assume the other ones will take a little bit more time to sell. So this one sold for best offer of, let's see, I believe, yeah, $29.99. So we stopped picking up most Untuckits nowadays, though, unless they're like $4 or less, because we're getting on average, probably on average around $20 plus shipping for them. So, and they sit quite long now. They used to sell really well. They used to sell as good as Mizzen and Mainz did, 2 years ago. So I assume in another year, Untuckit will be like a complete past item. So next one's a Ralph Lauren 3XL. It's got the big pony on it. We always pick up the big pony one, especially it being a 3XL. Had some little holes here from the tags at the thrift stores, but and flaws in the back, but it's still sold for $27.86 the ask price. So it's crazy what people will buy even with flaws. A lot of resellers will stay away from flaws, and we try to as well, but there are some things that even if it has flaws, it still does really well. And the thrift stores usually decrease the price, so you get a little more margin to play with, not as much of an investment on the item. Next one's a G-Star pair of jeans. The G-Star Arc jeans typically do really well, like super well. This model, this is whenever I first started buying jeans, so I thought all G-Star was good, and that's not the case. Well, I guess it is. It's after I started buying jeans, but yeah, G-Star, don't know a whole lot about it for jean-wise. I know that the Arc model is really good, and there's some other models that are really good, but not all of it is good, I don't believe. So just make sure you're looking up the model you have and stuff. Don't know how much we paid for these. These sold actually pretty quickly, a month and a half. So we've been selling jeans for, I don't know, 9 months now. Started getting into them. So these are a later item, but I don't know if I picked these up. It could have been one of those things where Kendall, since she's newer to the business, picked it up and she just thought it was good because I said it in the past. Either way, they still sold for 27. Hold on, sorry, I lost my tab. Still sold for $24.70. So made our money back. Definitely didn't spend probably over $10 for these, and probably doubled our money too. So next item is going to be a Macuu. I don't know how to pronounce it. So I always thought this was a bad brand because I was looking up MACZOO a year ago. I was looking that up, and it wasn't bringing up like a really good sell-through rate or anything. Turns out that's an E, MACEOO. So Macuu, I think it is, or Maceu. I don't know. But yeah, it's super good brand. Not crazy good, but as in price wise, but the sell-through rate on it is pretty decent. And yeah, every time we pick it up, it sells usually within 30 days. We just try to put it on the lower side of the market so it sells quicker. And yeah, it does. We just really never pass on this brand right now. I'm sure it might change in the future, but for now, it's doing really well for us. Last brand is Rhone. A lot of people know this brand. They make a lot of golf wear and Lululemon style stuff, business casual, a lot of pants, some quarter zips, but a lot of polos, and it still does really well for us. The value is going down as time goes on, but it's still quite valuable. These sold for $25.99 plus shipping, and we just always pick up Rhone, and we love selling golf stuff and athletic wear like this, so, and business casual stuff. So yeah, those were the 30 items. I believe that was 30 items that sold really well for us last week, Monday through Friday. I hope you guys liked this one. If you did, leave a like, subscribe. Leave a comment on any video recommendations you have in the future. If you have any questions about brands or things that we do, just ask, and we try to reply to every single comment as quickly as we can. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you guys in the next one.